Hey, so, you want to get more done, but you're feeling lazy? Yeah, I get it. Who doesn't? Laziness is like that annoying friend who shows up uninvited, messes with your plans, but somehow makes you feel kind of cozy. And honestly, sometimes it's just easier to give in, right? But what if I told you, what if you actually could use that laziness to your advantage? Like turn it from this annoying obstacle into your secret weapon? Sounds weird, I know, but stick with me. See, most of us think laziness is the enemy of productivity, the big bad wolf keeping us from crushing our goals. But that's just half the story. Laziness isn't this villain that you need to fight and beat up every single day. It's actually your brain trying to keep you alive and sane. Weird, huh? Your brain, alive and sane? Yeah, that's right. It's wired to save energy, because back in the day, energy was scarce. We didn't have a Starbucks on every corner, and food wasn't just lying around like chips on a couch. So your brain developed this amazing system to conserve effort whenever possible. It's like your body's built-in lazy coach, whispering, "Hey, maybe take a break? Chill for a bit." So when you're feeling lazy, your brain's basically doing its job. It's not your enemy. It's just trying to protect you from burning out. But here's the catch. In today's world, where deadlines, notifications, and 24/7 hustle culture rule, that lazy voice can seriously mess you up. But here's the thing. Instead of fighting laziness, you can work with it. Use it as a tool, a guide, a signal, even a motivator. Weird as it sounds, embracing laziness, with a strategy, can help you get way more done. Let me explain how. First up, let's talk about what laziness really is. It's not about being a slouch or a couch potato who watches Netflix all day. It's more like your brain saying, "Hey, is this task worth my precious energy right now?" If the answer is no, laziness kicks in. So, the trick is to make your brain say yes more often. How? By working smarter, not harder. And by tricking your brain into thinking the task does deserve energy. One classic hack: break tasks into tiny, ridiculously small chunks. Don't say, "I need to clean the entire house." That's overwhelming, and your brain's like, "No, way too much." Instead say, "I'm gonna clean just the kitchen counter." Or even, "I'm gonna pick up 5 things and put them away." Suddenly, it feels manageable. Your brain thinks, "Okay, that's doable." And laziness backs off. It's like telling your brain a little white lie, but a helpful one. Because once you get started on that tiny bit, motivation often kicks in, and boom, you might just end up cleaning more than you planned. Also, give yourself permission to be lazy at the right moments. You can't go full speed all day. That's how burnout happens. Schedule breaks like your life depends on it, because it kinda does. Rest isn't wasted time, it's fuel. Try the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Repeat. It's short bursts of focus followed by tiny rest periods. Your brain loves it because it knows a break is coming soon, so it's easier to buckle down. Here's the cool part. Laziness can actually help you prioritize better. Think about it. When your brain is lazy, it naturally tries to avoid tasks that don't give much return for the effort. So, use that. Ask yourself, which 20% of my tasks will bring me 80% of the results? That's the Pareto principle, fancy name but simple idea. Focus your energy on those important things and let laziness protect you from wasting time on the trivial stuff. When you do that, you're basically turning laziness into a filter for what really matters. Now, what about motivation? We all want to be super motivated all the time, but let's be honest, that's rare. Motivation's sneaky. It comes and goes like the weather. But laziness? It's always hanging around. Instead of waiting for motivation to magically appear, work with your laziness. One way is to reward yourself for even the smallest wins. Finished sending that one email? Great. Now give yourself a 2-minute scroll on your phone or a sip of your favorite drink. This creates little dopamine hits that keep you going without pushing yourself to the brink. Speaking of dopamine, this brain chemical is behind a lot of our habits. It's the pleasure messenger that tells your brain, "Hey, that felt good. Do it again." The problem is, modern distractions like social media and junk food give quick dopamine hits that hijack your brain's reward system. Your brain learns to crave the easy pleasure, making real work feel boring and hard. So here's a pro tip. Use laziness to your advantage by pairing work with small rewards, but keep it healthy and aligned with your goals. Like, after 20 minutes of focused work, treat yourself to a 5-minute walk outside. Nature is a legit dopamine booster. Ever heard of the 5-minute rule? Just commit to doing a task for 5 minutes. That's it. If after 5 minutes you want to stop, fine. But guess what? Most times you won't want to stop. Your brain realizes it's not so bad, and laziness gets out of the way. Another cool trick: automate the boring stuff. If you know your brain hates repetitive, dull tasks, then don't make it choose each time whether to do them or not. Automate, schedule, or batch those tasks. Like meal prep. Instead of cooking every day, spend a few hours on Sunday preparing your meals. Then laziness won't fight you over what's for dinner every evening. Or set up email filters and auto-responses so your brain isn't overloaded deciding what's urgent. The less decision fatigue you have, the less laziness takes over. Now, let's talk about environment. Your lazy brain loves easy wins, so make your environment a helper, not a hurdle. Keep your workspace clean and simple. Put the stuff you need within reach, and hide distractions. If your phone is your biggest enemy, put it in another room when you work. Out of sight, out of mind. When your environment supports focus, laziness doesn't have a leg to stand on. Oh, and here's a paradox. Sometimes, laziness makes you more creative. Ever noticed how your best ideas pop up when you're just chilling? Like in the shower, or lying in bed. That's because your brain goes into a relaxed state, the default mode network, which allows connections between ideas you wouldn't normally make when you're stressed and rushing. So instead of fighting your lazy moments, use them to your advantage. Let your brain wander and incubate ideas. Write down those lazy ideas when they come, because they're gold. Alright, now I bet you're wondering, okay, all this sounds great, but how do I stop procrastinating if I'm lazy? Great question. Procrastination is just laziness with a fancy name. It's your brain avoiding discomfort. The key to beating it? Start small and build momentum. Remember the tiny chunks and 5-minute rule? Also, try this. Promise yourself a low-stakes start. Like, I'm not gonna finish the project now, I'm just gonna open the file. Most times, opening that file is the hardest step. Once you do it, your brain relaxes a bit and laziness takes a back seat. Another tip: use implementation intentions. Sounds fancy, but it's just planning exactly when and where you'll do something. For example, at 7 p.m. today, I will sit at my desk and write for 10 minutes. Having a plan like this tricks your brain into less resistance. Last but not least, be kind to yourself. Laziness is part of being human. Don't beat yourself up for it. Instead, observe it, understand it, and work with it. The more you fight, the stronger it gets. The more you partner with it, the more productive and sane you become. So yeah, laziness doesn't have to be your enemy. It can be your unexpected ally if you know how to use it right. Give yourself permission to be lazy, but on purpose. Plan your work and your rest. Break things down. Automate what you can. Design your environment. Use rewards. And don't forget to enjoy those lazy creative moments. That's the real secret. Alright, if this helped you see laziness in a new light, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And hey, share your biggest lazy hack in the comments. Let's learn from each other. Remember, getting more done doesn't mean working harder 24/7. It means working smarter with your brain's natural wiring. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Catch you in the next one.